Well, good morning and welcome back to Devoted Faith this week. And as we're in the book of Acts 22 this morning, we see Paul is stirring up confusion in Jerusalem. And the Romans heard of it. And when they heard of it, they actually grabbed Paul and they took him to the commander. Now, the commander had him bound in chains. And the people kept shouting, "Away with him, away with him." But Paul pleaded with the commander to let him speak to the people. So the commander gave him permission. And Paul began speaking to them in Hebrew dialect, telling them all that he had seen, and that he had been taught under Gamaliel, and that he thought he was zealous for God. In fact, he thought he was so committed to God that he was even persecuting the church because he thought they were false and leading people astray. But Paul then shared with them the stoning of Stephen and how he actually was a part of it, and he encouraged it to happen. Then Paul shared with them how God stopped him on his way to Damascus. And God said, "Saul, why are you persecuting me?" And if you know the rest of the story, Paul realized he was living unrighteously and he gave his life over to Christ. You see, Paul was able to share his transformation story with the people. He didn't hold anything back in sharing his testimony with the people. He didn't gloss over it and leave out the ugly parts of his story. And so we all have a transformational story as well, because God changed our lives from dark to light. And so when we share our stories with others, we need to share the not so pretty parts of who we were before we encountered Christ. Now, it doesn't mean you need to go into the details, but it should paint the picture of the before and after effects of being redeemed by the blood of Christ. And also why we have such gratitude for the transformation that he's given to us, and why we are all in such a desperate need of a Savior. So I encourage you this week, take the time to share your transformation story with someone else and use it to glorify God. All right, God bless.